Well, good afternoon all. Back on familiar territory here. This is the noisy lake, or the factory lake, or the runs water, whatever you want to call it, but can't call it its proper name, otherwise I get told off. Anyway, down here for the afternoon, got 6 hours free, so I thought this was the best place to come to get a bit of action. I might spend all the afternoon on here. I might split it between here and the little pond just behind me there. We'll see how it goes, but the plan is to get a bit of action today. Bream and carp are the target. 2 rods out there, put a little bit of bait out there, first caster out there, and hopefully it won't be long before we get a fish. Told you it wouldn't be long, and conveniently I had 5 minutes to eat my sandwich. just finished eating it, and the rod's off. Feels like a carp. Yeah, I just seen it. It's a common, which is actually rare, despite the name. Nice, not a bad start. It's common around about, I'll put it at about 12, 13 pounds, something like that. I'll just see if I can unhook him in the net and then just let him go. Try not to get him up on the bank. There you go. Second cast and another carp. Feels a bit better, this one. It's a mirror. Yeah, it's not a bad mirror, this one. It's probably an upper double, I'd say. Quite a nice fish. Well, that last mirror was around about 17 pounds. I just managed to unhook him in the water and let him go. And I kid you not, I cast the rod back out. I didn't even have time to click the bobbin on. I sunk the line, reached for the bobbin, and it went smack. The rod just pulled tight and fish was away, and got another carp on. It's going to be one of those afternoons, isn't it? It's just, you should fish one rod. I've only got one rod. I've only been using one rod at the moment. Can't get the second rod in the water. And the way this is fighting, it feels a heavy fish, you know, but you never can tell till they're in the net. It's really going though. Wow. Whoa. Strong fish. God, and he's still going. Stop this one. lucky there's no one fishing the next few swims down, otherwise I'd be over their lines now. He's gone right down the bank. That's alright, we've got him coming back now. Here's the problem I keep getting. Look, the feeder and the tubing, the fish is pulling it out of the stop and it's sliding right back up the line. Another double. I'm getting in the net. Yeah, it's another fish around about 15 or 16 pounds. Again, I'll try and unhook this one in the water and just let him go straight away. Well, this is the state of play. Look, 2 rods out of the water because I've just had a fish on each rod. Got the first one in, netted it, unhooked it, let it go, and then the other rod's screaming off, and I've just netted that one and let it go. So I've had a couple more fish, both mirrors. Can't keep up with it. Oh, got a run there. 2 fish in the net here. It's going crazy. Oh, God. It's just crazy. I've got 2 fish in the net. Oh my God, I unhooked a fish. Just about to put it back, and the other rod went off. So I played that one in and landed it. So then I chucked the first rod back out again, whilst I had the 2 fish in the net, just about to unhook the second one, and this rod's gone off. So it looks like I'm going to have 3 fish in the net here. It's crazy. Bit better. Check this out. This is absolute madness. This could go on all afternoon. I think I'm going to use 1 rod. But look. 3 blinking great big mirrors in the net now, and that last one's definitely a 20. Not very often you see that. 3 nice mirrors. Well, here's the big one of those trio of fish. This one's it's an upper 20, that's for sure. It's an old friend from years ago. I haven't seen him for a few years. Good to see he's still around. This is the smaller one of the 2. I put the one that's about 15 or 16 back. This one's probably just touching 20. Brace of 20s. Not bad. Oh God, absolute state of me. Every time I come on this lake, I say it's the last time. I walk away and I think that was so hectic I can't keep up with it. I've made the mistake of coming on here again, haven't I? and it's just fish after fish after fish after fish. Bang, one rod goes, the other rod goes, you know. Just had a brace of 20s there and a 16 at the same time. I haven't even got the rods out at the moment, excuse the wind noise. But honestly, I think I'm just going to fish with one rod. I don't know how much longer for. I think I'm going to go and do a bit of float fishing on the little pond later on, because I can't keep this up all day long. It's just too hectic. I'm going to have a heart attack and pass out. It's just so ridiculously hectic. And I forgot to weigh that big one. But whatever, you know. I mean, I have caught the fish before at around about 28 to 29 pounds. So it looks a bit slim. So probably was a little bit less, maybe 27 to 28, something like that. But big old fish. Anyway, I'm going to cast out one rod, see if I can catch another fish. So this is the state of play at the moment. One rod in use. I just cannot get two rods in the water, and when I do, one of them goes off and I'm playing a fish in and the other one screams off, and that happened just now. You know, I had those three fish sort of in the net at the same time, sorted that out, put the fish back, cast the first rod out, cast the second rod out, sat down for 30 seconds, and then the first rod was off, bang, playing a fish. 10 seconds later, bang, the other rod's off. And of course I'm fishing churners, old school style churners, and the reel handle's spinning backwards, and the fish stopped and it sort of overrun a little bit and got looped around the bail arm. But luckily the fish sort of sat still after sort of pulling for a bit. I managed to quickly get the first one in, bundled that into the net, over to the second rod, undid the tangle. The fish was still on, got that one in halfway, and that one come off, so dealt with the other one. Another mid-double, just unhooked that in the net and slipped him straight back. So I've made the decision to fish with just one rod, because you just can't keep up with two. It's impossible. I'm just going to fish one rod. You know, I don't even know what the time is now. It's not late. It's just after 3 o'clock. So I've only been fishing on here for an hour and a half. I arrived just after 1 o'clock. Sort of started fishing about, by the time I sorted everything out, about 1:30. So I've been fishing for an hour and a half. I've lost count of the number of carp I've had. I had I had a common to start off with, then I had a 17 pounder, then a 15 pounder, then a 16 pounder, then I had those three at the same time. That was a 16, a 20 and an estimated 27 and a half, 28, and I just had another one just now, so that's eight fish. I've lost a couple as well, so 9, 10. It's like I've hooked 10 carp in an hour and a half. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to fish with just one rod, maybe for a couple more hours, and then I'm going to go over onto the small pond and do a bit of more manageable float fishing on the centre pin. It's not a carp, finally. And this is the third trip on this lake that I've caught a tench. Caught a tench each time, so hopefully they might be making a bit of a comeback. I mean, I've caught 3 tench in 30 years out of this lake, and now I've just caught 3 tench in 3 sessions. Not big, but you know, young fish, and hopefully a new start for them. Right, it's 5:30 now, so I've done my stint on the Runs water. So I fished it for 4 hours in the end, and I caught over 200 pounds of fish. I had to stay on just to catch that one last one, because I think I was on 189 pounds. I added them up just to see how many, what the total weight was. It was 189, so I thought, okay, one more carp should do it. But then I had 3 bream on the bounce, around about 3 pounds, so I thought, okay, I've just got to get that one more carp, and I did. I got one more carp to take me over the 200 pound barrier, so that's enough for me. Caught all those last little fish just fishing the one rod, all on fake caster. So 5:30. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pack up the gear. It's all drying off at the moment, hanging up in the bushes there, and I'm going to do the last couple of hours. I'm going to go over in the little pond, see if I can get a tench or a crucian. That's going to be the target to end my day. I was going to go on the little pond, and I stopped off at the corner, I had a look out, and there's loads of bubbles on the big lake. I thought, I can't turn that down. Chucked out the 2 rods, and within 5 minutes one of them was off. And this was on the end. What a bonus! Beautiful fish too. Absolutely stunning. And within 3 or 4 minutes of casting out into the corner of the big lake, result. Well, that was a fantastic bonus fish, wasn't it? What actually happened was I packed up on the other lake, and I was going to go round and fish the little pond to try and catch some crucians and tench before I went home. Only a couple of hours float fishing, which is just over there, literally 10 paces behind me. But I passed this little corner here on the big lake, and the wind's pushing in here, and this little quiet bay here was alive with bubbles. There was patches of bubbles coming up everywhere, all sort of dotted around this area. Some are right in close, and I thought it's too good an opportunity to turn down, that is. So I abandoned the float fishing on the little pond and thought I'd have a couple of hours on here, see if I could get one of those carp that were feeding out there. So I just chucked 2 feeders out there, catapulted a little bit of a pellet, and when I cast out that right hand one, there was a big fizz of bubbles just along the bank here. So I just swung it, plop. Swung it literally plop straight on top of the bubbles. I thought, oh, that spooked it, but there was no bow wave as the fish took off. Sat down on my chair, just pulled out my dinner to start eating it. I took 2 bites out of my roll, and whack, the indicator was up and the bob was banging around. So I dropped my roll and pulled into it, had a fish on. Didn't actually fight that hard. I did think for a second it might be a tench, but as it was coming in, you know, it had a bit of weight to it. I thought, no, this is a carp, you know. So it just goes to show you, doesn't it? You know, a little bit of an opportunity rose there, and I thought, I can't turn it down. I'll give it a go. Within a few minutes, I've got a fantastic fish on the bank. So it's always worth a chuck, isn't it, when you see something? But yeah, it really worked out for me that time. Brilliant.